Why are some countries incredibly rich while others remain poor? Think about it. A baby born in Switzerland will likely grow up with excellent schools, modern hospitals, clean streets, and countless opportunities. A baby born in a much poorer country may face a completely different future. Neither child did anything to deserve their situation. They simply won, or lost, the birthplace lottery. But why does this happen? Why can two countries have hardworking people, beautiful landscapes, and valuable resources, yet end up with completely different levels of wealth? The answer is one of the biggest mysteries in economics, and surprisingly, it has very little to do with intelligence. Let's start with a simple question. Imagine you're starting a civilization from scratch. Would you rather settle next to a fertile river with plenty of food or in the middle of a desert? The answer seems obvious. Thousands of years ago, geography mattered enormously. Places with fertile land could grow more food. More food meant larger populations. Larger populations meant more workers, more inventors, and more trade. Rivers made transportation easier. Coastlines connected civilizations to the rest of the world. Many of history's greatest civilizations began near rivers: the Nile, the Tigris and Euphrates, the Yangtze. Geography gave them a head start. But here's the problem. Geography alone can't explain why countries are rich today. Take Singapore. It's a tiny island with almost no natural resources, yet it's one of the richest countries on Earth. Now compare that to countries with enormous reserves of oil, diamonds, or gold that still struggle with poverty. Clearly, something else is going on. To understand it, we need to talk about rules. Imagine two countries. In the first country, you start a business. You spend years working hard. Your company becomes successful. Then one day, a corrupt official decides to take everything. No warning, no compensation, no justice. Would you want to start another business? Probably not. Now imagine a second country. You know your property is protected. The courts are fair. The laws are predictable. If someone steals from you, there are consequences. Would you feel safer investing your money and time? Of course. This difference may seem small, but over decades, it changes everything. Economists call these systems institutions. Institutions are the rules that govern society. Strong institutions encourage people to invest, innovate, and create businesses. Weak institutions encourage corruption and uncertainty. Many experts believe this is one of the biggest reasons why some countries become rich while others remain poor. But institutions aren't created overnight. History plays a huge role. Imagine a country that experiences war after war for generations. Cities are destroyed, roads collapse, schools close, businesses disappear. Even when peace finally arrives, rebuilding can take decades. Now imagine another country that enjoys long periods of stability. Its cities grow, its businesses expand, its infrastructure improves year after year. Over time, the gap between these two countries becomes enormous. History leaves fingerprints everywhere. Colonization, wars, revolutions, and political decisions made hundreds of years ago can still affect countries today. But history alone doesn't decide the future. Education might be even more important. Imagine a country discovers a mountain of gold. That's great news. But eventually, the gold runs out. Now imagine a country invests heavily in education. Every year, it produces engineers, doctors, scientists, and entrepreneurs. Unlike gold, knowledge doesn't run out. In fact, it grows. The more educated a population becomes, the more problems it can solve. And solving problems creates wealth. One of the best examples is South Korea. After the Korean War, South Korea was one of the poorest countries in the world. Many people believed it had little chance of becoming wealthy. Today, it's one of the world's most advanced economies. Its companies sell products across the globe. Its technology influences millions of people. How did it happen? Through decades of investment in education, technology, and economic development. South Korea didn't become rich because it discovered hidden treasure. It became rich because it invested in people. Now, here's something that sounds completely backwards. Sometimes having too many natural resources can actually make a country poorer. Economists call this the resource curse. Imagine a government discovers billions of dollars worth of oil. Suddenly, money starts pouring in. At first, everything seems great. But because oil is generating so much revenue, leaders may stop focusing on education, innovation, and building other industries. The entire economy becomes dependent on a single resource. Then disaster strikes. Oil prices fall, demand drops, and the economy suffers. Some countries have experienced exactly this problem. Meanwhile, countries with very few natural resources often have no choice but to innovate. Japan had limited natural resources. Singapore had limited natural resources. South Korea had limited natural resources. Yet all three became economic powerhouses. Natural resources can help, but they don't guarantee success. Another important factor is trade. No country can efficiently produce everything. Imagine trying to build a smartphone entirely within one country. You'd need metals from one region, microchips from another, specialized machinery from somewhere else. Modern economies depend on trade. Countries that connect with global markets can sell products to billions of people. This creates jobs, investment, and growth. But trade only works well when other pieces are already in place. Good infrastructure, reliable institutions, educated workers. Without those foundations, it becomes much harder to compete. And this brings us to one final idea. Success creates more success. When a country becomes wealthy, it can invest more money into schools. Better schools create skilled workers. Skilled workers create successful businesses. Successful businesses generate taxes. Those taxes improve infrastructure. And better infrastructure helps businesses grow even more. It's a cycle. Wealth creates opportunities, and opportunities create more wealth. Poor countries often face the opposite challenge. Limited resources create fewer opportunities. Fewer opportunities slow economic growth. Breaking out of that cycle is difficult, but history shows it's possible. Countries are not destined to remain rich forever, and they are not destined to remain poor forever. Nations can change. They have before, and they will again. So why are some countries rich while others are poor? There isn't one answer. It's a combination of geography, institutions, history, education, trade, technology, and leadership. No single factor explains everything. But together, these factors shape the opportunities available to millions of people. The next time you look at a world map, remember this. The difference between a rich country and a poor country isn't just about money. It's the result of thousands of decisions, millions of people, and hundreds of years of history. And the story is still being written. The real question isn't why some countries are rich today. The real question is which countries will become rich tomorrow.